Welcome to the Metal Prognosis. My name is Lee, and on today's Pedal to the Metal, we are looking at a pedal by Coolmusic. I have no idea who Coolmusic is, so let's have a look to see what we have in here. Oh, we have some loud packaging. So here we have the Coolmusic Crunchy Overdrive. Yeah, it's very thin compared to most other pedals. I've never used any Coolmusic stuff before. This one seems very straightforward. We have an output, a gain and a tone. So yeah, not many options. So let's just see how it goes. Like all my pedal to the metal videos, we'll dial this in together with a little camera put on it. And then I'll do a little bit of a jam. So I'll double up on the guitars, add some bass and drums and put it together and see how it all sounds in a mix. Then we'll have a bit of a chat about it afterwards. So yeah, just can't believe how thin it is. It's just, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure it's fine, but yeah, it's just very different, which is no problem at all. Because the only thing that really matters is how it sounds, not anything else. So with saying that, let's plug this little bad beast in and see what happens. See what sounds we get out of it. Now we have everything set up, ready to go. This is what the guitar sounds like clean. It's whatever, it's clean. But that's not what we like in these videos. We like the heavy stuff. So let's turn this crunchy overdrive on. First good sign. We get a nice blue light, my favorite color. That's good. We get no sound because we need to turn the output up. Oh, there's blue lights through the knobs too. That's pretty cool. I like that. So before I touch any of the other dials, already we can start hearing it adding a lot of effects. So let's see what happens if let's give it some tone. Not sounding too bad, but the gain. I've been pushing that a little bit hot. I'm going to pull that back a bit. Alright, so what I'm just going to gauge now, or what I was just doing then a second ago, was gauging to see when the hiss kicks in. So at 12 o'clock, it's ever so slightly there, but as soon as you go above that, the hiss notes coming in. I say hiss, it's very, very minor. It's not sounding too bad. Like all my complaints with most pedals, there's just not enough options. So there's not much else we can really do with this pedal. The gain sounds better, I feel, where it is at the moment, which is about 2 o'clock-ish. Yeah, 2 o'clock-ish. And so not boosting the gain to its max. And same with the tone, just dialing back a little bit on the tone. I feel like that's where the crunchy sweet spot is. But like all these things, the main thing that we really want to assess it by is how's it sound in a mix. So I'll take a bit of time off the camera now, write a little bit of a jingle, and then I'll put it to a band mix. So I'll double up on the guitars, add some bass and drums, and then we can see how it all sounds in a mix to see if it's going to sound like that, or is its characteristics going to change a bit for the better or the worse? So yeah, let's do it. Let's find out. So in about approximately 7 seconds, you're going to hear me have my little jam and do my little thing. And then I'll see everyone else, you specifically, on the other side. Time for my final thoughts on the Crunchy Overdrive by Coolmusic. So let me just run through all the different knobs first. So firstly, it had a really cool little blue light that not just lit up where the switch is, but also on all the little individual knobs as well, which is, it's a novelty, but I still like it. Still pretty cool, and have my favorite color blue. So it definitely gets points there. Now, when we turned it on, I did notice straight away that it gave us some dirt straight off the bat, which I really like in pedals. I like when you get to hear their characteristics with no mucking around. Had a decent size or amount of crunch to it without touching the gain, which is not too bad, but when it comes to, well, we're looking for heavy distortion sounds, we definitely need to push the gain up. The tone wasn't too bad, but like all my pedals, I just wish they had more options, like a low, mid and high at least, to muck around a little bit. Yeah, the gain, if I recall correctly, once I took it too high, it just chewed up the sound a little bit too much and kind of disjointed it, for lack of a better term, the sound, and didn't really like it. So it definitely was a little bit fuzzy going through, but when I doubled up on the guitars and added bass to it, It really helped it come to life. I added in that little lead main lick for the little song that I played because I didn't mind how it sounded in the high registers on a guitar. So with some pedals that you come across, it's normally a compromise between the lower notes or the higher notes, where I don't feel I need to compromise for this because the low notes sounded all right, the chords sounded all right, single note sounded okay, and as well as a higher register sounded okay as well. I mean, there's arguments on how you'd want to use this. If you want to use this as a proper lead pedal, you'd probably want a boost or a different type of EQ or echo maybe, just to give it that little bit more of a lead guitar type of vibe, for lack of a better term. So yeah, you definitely wouldn't use it as I used it for this, but for the purpose of this demonstration, that's how I did it, just so you could get a feel of how it is raw, not me over colorizing it, for lack of a better term, with all different other effects and all that. It's like I'm just giving you the dry tones of what it is. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I didn't mind it at all. But one thing definitely to take note of this is, I'm not going to talk about the thinness of it, I think I've mentioned that enough now, is the price. This is dirt cheap. So for a dirt cheap pedal, I think it really handled things nicely and played really well. So, you know, if someone new starting out or someone that just wants a little bit more of a touch to their tone, and didn't want to really break the bank, this could be a really nice option for them. Yeah, Coolmusic, I've never heard of them, but yeah, not too bad of a pedal. Not too bad at all. So in saying that though, what are your thoughts? How did you feel while I was dialing it in, trying to find the best distortion tone of what I could without pimping it up too much, adding stuff before it or after it? How'd you feel when I doubled up on the guitars and added the drums and the bass? How'd you feel that all blended in together? How'd you feel when it was isolated by itself, just with the melody at the start of the song as well? Do you think it was maybe a little bit too dry? Do you think maybe it's not its strength and I shouldn't have done that? Or I shouldn't have, but there's better options to be done other than how I did it. Yeah, so definitely tell me your thoughts on what you thought of all this. Yeah, because I was pleasantly surprised, especially for the price that I paid for it. So yeah, pretty cool from Coolmusic. So in saying that, time for my usual sign off. So whether this video is in the foreground or the background, I absolutely appreciate your company. So thank you very much for watching this all, and any other videos that you watch as well. I appreciate you checking those out, or whichever ones you have checked out. If you know anyone that you think could really get something out of these videos or just enjoy being a part of the conversation, please let them know that I exist and all my videos that I do. Yeah, please like and subscribe, leave comments below, and until next time, I look forward to seeing you then. Please, stay safe.